Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I filmed this look. This is my current everyday spring and summer makeup look. So I have very dehydrated yet oily skin that gets oily very quickly through the day. I've tried many foundations and none of them were keeping me matte until I found this combination of foundations and concealer and powders and everything like that. I'm also having some issues lately with some dry patches and some flaking on top of the oil because I have been using Retin-A again. So I'm going to show you how I combat the dryness, the dry patches, the flakiness, the dehydration, the oiliness, my large pores right here, how I camouflage them and make them appear smaller. I'm going to show you how I do all those different things in this video today. So if you want to find out how I achieve this look, then please keep watching. First, I'm going to use my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. So it's supposed to be primer, moisturizer, I don't know what it does, but I like how it feels. And next I moisturize with my SPF. This is the Paula's Choice Resist Youth Extending Daily Mattifying Fluid with SPF 50. Looks like that. I use the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. So I just restarted Retin-A. It's like this much, which can really dry out your skin. And mine's getting super dried out right around here. So I'm finding that my makeup is like kind of peeling. Try to moisturize it a little bit more. Just all around my mouth, especially the corners and right there on my nose. And I'm back to my favorite holy grail foundation, which is MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is in the color NC20, but it's too dark for my skin right now. I mix it with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in 112 Natural Ivory. And I put 2 squirts of the MAC, like that. And I put a pretty good sized blob. So I just have both of them right on top of each other, and then I just go ahead and dab it all over my face. And my beauty blender I got wet before under the sink and filled it up with water, squeezed it out the excess moisture, and then I dried it off in the towel. So I'm just pushing the foundation into my skin and moving it from the inside part of my face right around here where I need the most coverage to the outside part, making sure to blend into my jawline and down my neck, because even though this is a better match for my skin color, it's not perfect. So I was really struggling before with keeping my foundation on all day and not looking like a complete oil slick until I started using this combination, and it really helped. The MAC Studio Fix Fluid alone will work. I just have to use the Maybelline Fit Me, or else I have to put it like all the way down my neck because it's so dark. The MAC one. I'm actually going to take the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in Fair, and I'm going to put it on my blemishes. And I'm just going to very gently tap that. And maybe a little more on this demon. So this is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the color NW20. I have this much on there. So now I'm going to dot this in the triangle under my eyes. Try to make sure I get these outside corners, which can have a lot of darkness. Okay, so there's the concealer. Next up is my secret trick for making my pores look smaller. So with the foundation and the concealer, I wonder if I can zoom in. The concealer, they kind of fill in the gaps, but what really will camouflage my pores is this powder. So the powder I'm talking about I've used before. It's the Ben Nye Luxury Powder in Cameo. I take my beauty blender, the same one that I used before. It's still damp, still has a little bit of concealer on it, and I pour it on here, and then I take the powder, it looks like this, and not only is it going to set under here, but I bring it down here, and poof, my pores are disappearing, or shrinking, at least. And I like to make sure I get it all on my eyelid too, so my eyelid doesn't get all greasy. So there's that side where I put the powder, My pores are really big right here, but I think that it really minimizes them a lot. So here's the other side. So you can see before. Now let's put some powder on them. Okay, so that's how that looks. And yeah, beyond, you know, any primer or anything else, this is really what minimizes my pores the most. So next, I'm gonna zoom myself out here. So I don't get makeup all over the camera. So the setting powder that I'm gonna use, MAC pressed blot powder, and mine's in medium, but they're kind of translucent, so it comes like this, and it looks like this color. I use a big powder brush, and try, if you're gonna use this, it's great for touching up during the day. It makes your makeup look totally refreshed. But make sure you blot with an oil sheet first before you put it on, even if you're using a brush, because if you just put it on top of your oil and then dip it back in, it makes like all these hard, dark, weird spots on top, which you don't want. So I'm gonna get some powder on here. And then I don't want to move around all that foundation and concealer, so I'm just gonna push it instead of swiping it around. So next up, I've switched back to another product that I thought I didn't need anymore, but I realized that I do. That is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz Pencil color Taupe. Is this enough brows? So clearly that looks a lot more natural than how I was doing my brows before. The Balms Mary Luminizer. This is a highlighter, but what I've been using it for everyday use with this Morphe M441 brush is like an all over the lid eyeshadow. So I don't do this very neatly. I go up here to highlight my brow bone and then go all over to highlight the inner corner a little bit. Is the Balm Cindy Luminizer, and this one is like a peachy type shade. I use the Morphe M433, and I just take a little bit of that and I put it all over the lid up to this part right here. I'm gonna put on some bronzer, and I'm still using my NYX matte bronzer in light because I still have not run out of it. What I'm gonna do is kind of like push it on. So the reason why I'm pushing on the bronzer is because I covered up those blemishes that I had before, and I don't want to move around the concealer that I have on them, i.e. this little beast. And in my head, this helps blend my foundation into my neck a little bit better. Does it actually do that? Who knows? So next is one of my favorite products, of course, blushing in Hollywood. Is blush, and this one I've shown a million times, but it's still one of my favorites. It's Milani's Luminoso. I love wearing blush because I feel like this is the final step that really fills in my pores and covers my imperfections on my cheeks, because I have a lot of acne scarring and large pores, and it makes them kind of be airbrushed and disappear and camouflages them. So this is the Real Techniques. This is their blush brush, so I take it and I get about that much on there, and then I put it on like this. I like very lightly tapping it in again. One more thing that I have been doing is I take the still kind of damp beauty blender and my Ben Nye Cameo powder, and I do put it underneath where I put the bronzer, in between that and my jawline, especially since I've had this spot here for forever, and to kind of define my cheekbone a little bit more, because I didn't contour when I put on that bronzer, but this will sort of give my face a little more depth. So there's that. I've been using this mascara. I got this a while ago at a NYX event. It's the Doll Eye mascara, and I don't know if it's just old and dried out or what, but it's nothing crazy. So this is my Tarte Emphasize. This is like a nude eyeliner. So I use this in my waterline. Makes my eyes look bigger and brighter and more well-rested. Sigma E40 eyeshadow brush with, again, the NYX matte bronzer to do my crease or like transition area, which I think I've done this in like every single video too. So for all these, you don't have to do it neatly. You just need them in this general vicinity. I'm gonna cover up my hair and give myself a little spray again with the Smashbox. So does this stuff make my makeup last longer? I don't know. Hopefully. It was expensive. The lipstick that I've been feeling lately, it was on my April favorites. It's an oldie but a goodie, and it is MAC's Creme Cup lipstick. Okay guys, so this is the final look. This is my everyday, office appropriate, quick and easy, keep you matte if you're oily like I am, and keep you moisturized, keep that dryness and the flaking down that can come from retin-A, all of those little things that my skin's going through right now. Tame all of them and have a nice face that looks like fresh and clean and not too done up for daytimes. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Okay, 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 okay. I need to chill.